When I became a professional swimmer, as it were, there was a lot of pressure from my coach. We were weighed 3-4 times a week. We had our skin folds done to tell how much fat we had on our bodies weekly. Yeah, we were really scrutinised on what we looked like and how much we weighed. I started with binge eating, so kind of eating so much. Not that I was even hungry, but then feeling so ashamed, hiding the wrappers. When you're growing up and you're developing and you're being told that you don't look a certain way or you're too heavy, then to get a little bit of control back, you do that through eating and what you eat, and it was a very negative environment.
Cassandra was scrutinised for being heavier than the boys from a young age. Experts say it's dangerous for anyone not medically qualified to give that type of guidance.
When coaches are giving really specific nutritional guidance and or weight guidance, and they're not a physician, a medical doctor that's trained to do so, a sports dietitian who has gone through schooling and education, it really is dangerous and so oftentimes is really misguided.
Issues with food and self-esteem did not end for Brooke Miller when he stopped competing, and it is the same for many retired swimmers.
Within swimming as well, there's a lot of saying, oh, you're not improving or you're getting fatter. It's like they have to start eating this kind of food, and it's like it's a thing that does need to change. What I could eat then, it would just burn. Now, it's a hard thing to try and control now, if you know what I mean. I went home like 2 weeks ago and my mum was like, oh yeah, you've put on some weight, and it's just like, there's not a lot of help around. Like there is help, but like in a way, if someone doesn't know what to do or is like insecure and kind of get out of stuff, they don't really know where to go because it's not very big and not talked about.
Relative energy deficiency in sports studies the risk of burning more calories than you're consuming, which can affect performance levels and lead to issues with food. Sharon Manigan is Head of Performance Nutrition at Sport Ireland Institute.
We have a number of weight category sports. Some sports such as rowing will have massive energy expenditure requirements, maybe 6,000-7,000 calories a day for some of our female rowers. There's lots of reasons why we might have disordered eating patterns within athletes. And then depending on a certain thing that might be said to them at a certain time, that can move into a much more sinister place around maybe fully blown clinical eating disorders, such as your anorexia nervosa, your bulimia nervosa. We've got things like orthorexia now, which is on that scale of, an unhealthy obsession with healthy eating. And actually, would you believe we've also got, probably with male athletes, more of a kind of a bigorexia where bigger the better.
After winning bronze, pressure for Cassandra skyrocketed. And after years of fear and shame when the scales would appear at training, Cassandra strived to heal her relationship with food and be the coach she wishes she had.
One of the biggest things that I work hard on, and I say to my swimmers, is your self-worth and how you are as a person isn't directly linked to how well you swim. You've got to remember that your body needs nourishment and food is nourishment. So, look to eat foods that makes you feel good and not completely cut out food and not binge eat to the extreme and then make yourself sick, because that will only make things worse. And take it from me, like I did it for years and now I have a better relationship. I wouldn't say it's a perfect relationship with food. I still have moments where, if I eat something, I'll feel incredibly guilty rather than just being like, it's food, it's fine, So it's something that I constantly have to work on. So I know it's not easy.